What's up, everybody? Dooley Ray here, and today we're going to be opening up the crystals. Wait a minute. We're not opening up crystals. Let's talk about something that's happening in the community right now, shall we? Alright, I'm going to assume that you know what's happening here, but if not, I will just give a brief little rundown. Last week, Kabam announced that they reached 750,000 likes on Facebook and said that if we could get them to 1 million likes by December 4th, they would release a special crystal that would give out a 4-star of certain champions that we vote on. And I am going to be talking about the vote today, which came out yesterday. Started to get voted on. Okay, so let's chat for a second, shall we? I'm gonna split these into two different parts. Kind of. I'm gonna say what the best champion to vote on would probably be in general. If you're a beginner player, like an intermediate player, you have like a smaller roster and you still need like really, really good champions. And then I'm gonna tell you who I'm gonna be voting for, and I'm gonna be voting for that person there. And maybe, yeah, okay, we'll do that. Let's do that. Okay, so first up, Mystic Champions. Let's see if I can go in a little deeper. Okay, so for the Mystic class, I would say that the best champion in general, just for beginner players, players who need somebody really good in their roster, I would suggest either Magic or maybe Ghost Rider as the best options. I would say Magic probably is a better option than Ghost Rider even, just because she's such a good power control champion and she would do great things for your roster if you're looking for that. But the person that I am going to be voting for, let's see, I have people I need. So mostly I just want like a new person. So I'm going to be voting for Mephisto. And it looks like people in general agree with me. It's good to feel included. Dr. Voodoo's number 2. So I think the top 2 champions are gonna make it into the crystal officially, if we actually get the crystal. But Dr. Voodoo I wouldn't be as excited about just because I have him already, but he is a really good option, so I can see why people are voting for him. Magic is also up there. Scarlet Witch too. I could go for a Scarlet Witch dupe. That would be great. So yeah, that's Mystic. As far as science goes, this is a little more difficult. You have very few options. I would say that the best option that you have here is probably Hulk. He's the best champion in the science class, in my opinion. He does damage, and yeah, you don't have a lot of options here. There's some like spider people that are really good, who I'm gonna be voting for though. This might come a bit of a surprise, but I'm gonna be voting for Captain America World War II because I do not have him in my roster, and I want him, and he's not actually bad. So voting for Captain America. I am guessing Hulk is going to be pretty dang high here. Yeah. So Hulk is up there. Quake is up there as well. I can see that. I don't really need Quake or Hulk. So Captain America World War II is actually up there quite a bit. So I'm glad I'm not alone in voting for him. So there's science for you. Let's talk about these mutant champions, huh? You have a lot of good options here. If you beginner player, you need somebody really good in your roster, then you probably want to go with maybe an X-23 or an Iceman, or yeah, that's about it. Archangel is a good champion for later on in the game when you can get him duped. Kind of needs to be duped to be good, and Iceman does not need to be duped. That's why he's really, really good. X-23 doesn't need to be duped. Wolverine, you could also vote for, but he kind of needs to be duped to be good. So I am actually... Who am I going to vote for? Because I've got a pretty good mutant roster as far as 4-stars go. I think I'm going to vote for Cable. I missed out on him in the arena, and I still don't have him. So Cable's my vote. He is not even up there at all. Rogue is actually pretty good. There's X-23. Iceman is the top, of course. I think he is arguably the greatest champion in the game. Definitely the greatest champion in the mutant class. So, there's mutants. Move on to skill. Do we even have to talk about this? I mean, where is she? There she is. Gwenpool. She's good for beginners. She doesn't need to be duped. She's just super duper good, and I don't have her, so she gets my vote, and I will be majorly surprised if she is not the top, and she is definitely the top. So there's that. Yeah, there's nobody even close. Black Panther Civil War. Don't know if I'm feeling that. Kingpin is up there. Looks like we'll be getting a Kingpin and a Gwenpool in the Crystal. Kingpin would actually be pretty cool too, but I would prefer a Gwenpool. Cosmic. For most players, I would say there is one option that stands above the rest, and that is Hyperion, who I do not have, and I really, really want. He's such a good champion. He doesn't need to be duped to be good. He has power gain, he has insane damage, he has Incinerate, he's just super good. So, there's Hyperion. Yeah, he's up there. Medusa's also a good option if you're more advanced in the game. You can get her duped. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. She's up there with a Gwenpool level of good. So yeah, she's good. Thor's good. Angela is good. But Hyperion is the best. And we have tech, and there's not a lot of options here as far as I can see. Spider-Man, Stark Enhanced. There's Star-Lord. And that's about it. Maybe Ultron if you need him. He's good for beginners. But honestly, Spider-Man would do the most for everybody in general. Advanced players, beginner players, he is the best. And he is definitely up there. Star-Lord is too. So yeah. Not too many surprises here. For the most part, I agree with all of the votes here. Yeah. No, I definitely agree. The only champion that I really don't want to see in the Crystal is possibly Wake. Maybe Dr. Voodoo. I don't know. I just don't need dupes on them. But if they end up in the Crystal, if there is a Crystal at all, that will be not too bad. I'll be happy. Pick it up for $1. That's what it's supposed to be. And so yeah, there you go. That's my opinions on this. Hope I helped you out a little bit if you didn't know who to vote for. And don't let me just tell you who to vote for. You vote for who you want. But that is what I've got for you. So thank you for joining me. And until I see you next, hang in there. I will see you later.